channel, thanks for tuning in. Today's video is going to be a tutorial that I actually stumbled upon by accident, but I really like it, and it's going to be a matte foundation routine for dry skin. And I know that sounds a little crazy, matte foundation, dry skin in the same sentence, but it can be done. Because if you have dry skin like myself, I know you've probably found some days where going dewy is just too much. You don't want to look shiny all the time, but at the same time, wearing a matte foundation can cause you to look super dry and flaky. So I found a concoction, or a method I should say, that works well for me, and it also works well with a lot of different foundation. Alright, so I wanted to move in a little closer so you guys can see better. So we're going to start out with skin prep. Prepping the skin is vitally important. One of my favorite moisturizers for dry skin, and specifically for wearing makeup when you have dry skin, is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, which looks like this. It smells lovely. If you love like fresh, lemony, like lemongrass scents, then you're going to love this. All of their products smell like that. But this is one of my OG moisturizers for multiple reasons. One, it gives great moisture without leaving a slick, slimy finish on the skin. And two, it is a built-in primer, so that way you get the best of both worlds. You get to moisturize your skin, and then it also helps extend the wear of your makeup. However, if you are someone who suffers from not only dry skin but something like large pores, or your skin isn't as smooth as you'd like it to be, then applying a primer on top of your moisturizer would definitely be a great option, and a step that you don't want to skip out on. So two of the primers that I've been trying out on myself as well as my clients lately, and I feel like a big girl wearing primer, you know, because I don't wear it. But yeah, two primers that I have been trying that I really like for this method that are really affordable as well are both by CoverGirl. It's one of their newer primers, their True Blend Base Business line. The first one is the Skin Smoothing Primer. So if you are someone who just needs a little bit more smoothing to the skin and a little bit more flawless canvas situation, this is going to be for you. And then there's also the Pore Minimizing. So if you're someone who needs a little bit more of refinement and blurring in the pore areas, then this is going to be for you. I'm someone who, I don't have large pores, so for me it's more going to be skin smoothing. So that's what I'm going to use today, and I'm going to get this little tendril from my faux locks out of the way. And my problem area is the center of the face, so I'm gonna pop that right in the center. That's what we're looking like with the primer. The next thing that I'm going to do is create my matte finish concoction. Okay, I don't even know if that's a real word, but okay. Now, if you are someone who has extremely oily skin, then there's two parts to this step that you can skip. If you have dry skin like myself, which is probably why you're tuning into this, then listen carefully. The first thing that you need is a luminizer. My favorite at the moment is the Gerard Cosmetics BB Plus Illumination Cream. This is in the shade Sophia, which is a light champagne shade. Any liquid luminizer will be great. Then you are going to need a tiny bit of a hydrating foundation. Mine is the MAC Face and Body. I like this because it plays well with other foundations. It's a water-based foundation, so it's not going to break anything down. It adheres to the skin really nicely. It's very lightweight and it's thin. So my shade is the shade C5, so I'm going to pop a little bit of that into our Petri dish. The next thing that you're going to need, and the most important, is the matte foundation of your choice. Lately, I have been obsessed with the new Marc Jacobs Shameless Youthful Look 24-Hour foundation, and this is great. It has a sunscreen of 25, like the SPF is 25. I did try it initially without any illumination going on with it, and while I loved the way it wore, I found that it was just a little bit too much for my skin because I'm so dry, and this creates such a matte finish on me. So I figured out this concoction, and I've been loving it ever since. And if you're wondering, my shade is the shade Medium Y360. So you're almost gonna get like a demi matte finish with this product, well, with this mixture. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on. You really don't need a lot because The Marc Jacobs foundation has such a good coverage to it. I'm so impressed. Because look at how much foundation I still have left, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to need any more. So yeah, this is the finished flawless base. You can see that it's not super shiny, but it's not completely matte either, which is perfect. Like, this is the consistency, this is the texture that you want. Again, if you are someone who is super oily, you can skip the illuminator and the face and body step and just go ahead and apply your foundation. I'm gonna move on to concealer, and the two concealers that I'm using today are my favorite concealer and corrector duo from Sephora. It is their concealer in Eclair and their corrector in Melon. And these are both the gel serum concealer and correctors. I constantly change my concealer method based on my foundation, and because I feel like this foundation is a pretty good match for my skin tone, I don't need to lighten up the lower half of my face, so I'm just putting concealer here. Then we're gonna go in with a little bit of contour. Now I want this contour to be more on the bronzy side, so I'm going a little bit darker than I normally would. I'm using the Fenty Matchstick in Truffle. Now the key to having a successful contour on the nose is to bring your contour up into the brows, so that way it looks super natural, not like you have two lines just going down your nose. And then also you want to bring the line as close as you can, because the goal is to make the bridge of the nose look smaller. So you bring it in to pinch. Think of that. You want to pinch. I'm letting my concealer sit on the skin so it can thicken up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a brush and blend out the contour in the meantime. I'm taking a brush that is fluffy yet dense. My boyfriend gifted this to me for my birthday last year, so I don't even know what the brand is. Yeah, it doesn't say. Now that I have my contour blended out for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and blend out my concealer under the eye and set. I'm going to be setting with the MYOB loose powder in the shade Elevate. It's just a translucent powder, but I really enjoy how lightweight this powder is, and it doesn't give any flashback, and it just really gives a great look under the eye. So I'm going to start out with this eye. I know you guys might be noticing that the contour is lower than normal, but I'm going to show you why in a minute. Alright, so now I have everything blended out. Now we're going to start the setting process, phase 2 of the setting process. I had learned a little trick from one of my really close friends. She's also a makeup artist, and she recommended that I not set my contour with bronzer or with like a contour powder, but set it with a blush instead. And it's a particular blush that she recommended, and it's this blush from Lancome, and it's their blush Subtil in the shade Bronze Flush, which looks like this. And I know the color is a little bit off-putting, but it'll all make sense once I put it on. So I'm going to just pick some up onto my brush and lightly pat it into the skin. Once I have it on, I'm going to take my beauty blender and lightly go over it to soften everything out. Now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and sweep away any remaining translucent powder with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Golden. And I'm only applying this in my T-zone. So after I sweep away, I'm going over the nose. Now, even though this is a matte foundation routine, I still want some sort of a subtle glow to the skin. So I'm taking one of my favorite products that achieves that look, which is the MAC Blush in Trace Gold. I love it because it gives a little hint of color, it gives a little hint of shine, but it's not overly excessive. It's not like that bling, pow, bing, bing. Like highlighter, you don't want that for this look. You want it to have a healthy glow to the skin, but you don't want it to be excessively shiny. So I'm taking a little bit of Trace Gold, and this is good for pretty much any skin tone. You see what I mean? It's a super subtle highlight. I also take a smaller brush and pop this down the center of the nose as well. Alright guys, I'm back. I did my mascara and my brows and a lip off camera, just a quick little lip. I will list everything that I use off camera and on camera down below. However, we're going to finish and seal this look with the most important step to this routine, and that is the new MAC Fix Plus Matte Setting Spray. One, it took MAC long enough to come out with one. Two, they created a bomb-ass product. This is perfect for those who want to get a matte look but not have that matte, dried out, crackly feel. And it also gives you the benefits of original Fix Plus by giving you some hydration, but it keeps the skin looking nice and smooth and velvety and matte, which I'm obsessed with. So this has been my key to getting that velvety, smooth, matte look, but not having my dry skin look dry. So the key to using this is to shake up the bottom because there is powder at the bottom. So you have to mix that with the Fix Plus formula, and then it creates a nice matte spray. This is the finished look, guys. Matte skin when you're dry. So you get the best of both worlds. You get to be matte, but you also don't have to look dry while doing it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial on how I do my matte foundation routine. If you have, click the thumbs up, share this video with a friend, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below. Those are your homework duties for the end of this video. Class has been dismissed, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.